Absinthe is a strong alcoholic drink with a colorful history. During the late 1800s and early 1900s, drinking this anise-flavored spirit was the rage among European bohemians. Conservatives of the day saw it as dangerous and immoral, and succeeded in getting absinthe banned in several countries. The traditional way to drink absinthe is to pour 1 part into a glass. Straddle a specially designed slotted spoon holding a sugar cube over the glass. Then, very slowly, drip 3 to 5 parts ice water directly onto the cube, dissolving the sugar into the diluting spirit. This transforms the drink from clear to cloudy and draws out the subtle flavors and aromas of the herbal ingredients. You can do this with a single glass or several using a traditional absinthe fountain, a large mounted glass vessel which dispenses the ice water through multiple spigots. This 180-year-old French distillery makes both white and green versions of absinthe. Each is made from a different combination of aromatic plants. However, for both, the primary ingredients are green anise and grand wormwood. Both also contain phenol, though white absinthe has more of it. And only green absinthe contains additional plants, such as petty wormwood, hyssop, mint, and chamomile. The distillery workers pour the recipe ingredients into a copper still. They pump in highly concentrated alcohol made from white grapes. The plants soak in this alcohol base overnight, gradually imbuing the alcohol with their respective flavors and aromas. This process is called maceration. The next day, distillation begins. They heat the still with pressurized steam. After about 45 minutes, the spirit reaches the boiling point, and a floating gauge monitoring its alcohol level slowly rises and flows out the neck of the still. However, what comes out during the first 10 minutes or so has to be discarded. It's white, oily, and has a 90% alcohol level. What follows is the good stuff, crystal clear, with an average alcohol level of 78 to 80%. This streams steadily out of the still for about 3 to 5 hours, followed by a weak tail-end flow that they discard like the first flow. Then they dilute this distilled spirit with water to reduce the final alcohol level of this white absinthe to 60%. To make green absinthe, before that final dilution, they pump the white absinthe through a burlap bag containing a specific plant, the identity of which the distillery won't divulge. They let the plant soak in the absinthe for a specific length of time. This draws out the plant's chlorophyll, which colors the spirit bright green. Then they dilute with water to obtain the target alcohol level of 62%, slightly higher than white absinthe. That extra bit of alcohol helps preserve the chlorophyll. In the distillery's in-house laboratory, quality control technicians test a sample from each batch to verify the alcohol content. Absinthe contains about 20% more alcohol than most spirits. The lab monitors the level of thujone, a chemical compound in wormwood, the drink's second key ingredient. Thujone content is regulated to varying degrees in many countries. The European Union permits up to 35 parts per million, for example, while Canada no more than 7 parts per million. The distillery, therefore, bottles several versions of absinthe, tailoring the wormwood portion of the recipe to the export destination. White absinthe has a strong anise taste, well balanced with wormwood, whereas green absinthe, containing more plants, has a more complex flavor. While white is typically bottled in clear glass, green is always bottled in dark-colored glass. That's because chlorophyll, the plant pigment that produces the green color, is highly sensitive to light. Without dark glass shielding it from exposure, the green absinthe inside would turn yellow and eventually brown. This would have no effect whatsoever on the taste. However, the potent drink, known in 19th century France as La Fée Verte, the Green Fairy, would lose some of its magic.
Women are better dieters.